Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to the episode with your host, the one, the only, the chosen one, the eighth wonder of the world, the Crurned. And today we're playing more Red Dead Redemption for the Hunt of the Legendary Animals, episode 3. We're here near up north of Ansburg, and we're gonna start our hunting right now. Hope your week is going good so far. So legendary moose. That's our first animal. And just a piece of advice, probably the next episode I will do the other legendary couple more legendary animals, but today we're gonna try to do one land animal. It's gonna be the legendary moose, and a fish, which probably be a legendary trout. Up, down in Saint Denis, so we'll have to go all the way down again. Indeed, it's gonna be quite interesting. Now that I noticed that the game has much more complex mechanics for weapons than I originally thought they had. Luckily, it was a surprise. It's for good, hopefully. So now I can hunt for smaller or bigger types of animals, especially with the. There's another thing going on with the special using special guns and ammunition. I originally thought was not possible. I know this happened to me before and it took me 30 minutes, but now that I know, yes, there it is. That's the track over there. You can actually see the track thingies. I'll double check I am going the right way. We're gonna start with the auto shotgun because the quality of the legendary animal doesn't the deteriorate if you shot him or her. You shot it multiple times. So I think the horsey is right on top of my truck. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, so that's the track. So I guess I have to follow this track. Well, that's the problem. The track just stops right there. There's some really heavy storm. Okay, hitting hard. Oh, there it is. That's the other track. Down yonder. Oh, look at it over there. And we have it. The legendary moose. In the flesh. They're probably gonna take it all the way down to Saint Denis. Got my horsey with me. Oh yeah.
Let's go, bro.
All right. Nice to meet you, Mr. Legendary Moose. Rest good now. Rest well. There's a ton of towns I have to recover. Luckily there won't be any crazy things going on, but that's wishful thinking. Alright, let's go to the trapper here. Because after this, we are gonna tackle this one here. It's a legendary sturgeonfish. And I guess it's a river, so we have to use a special bait on the river. I was planning to go pay a visit to our friend. There's one character in Saint Denis that we originally wanted to meet. The turkeys have been the easiest of the animals to hunt so far. And I had to get the slug. Is there something? Yeah, something. something over yonder. It's time to get the heck out of there. Out of the way. There's some water. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Hey, just leave me alone. Leave that brother alone. I don't have no business with you. I want to turn in this special fur. Get the heck out of my way. That's what I'm saying. Be careful, this serpentine roads next to a ravine are not good. They're not good at all. So it's not the legendary animals, it's not the animals, it's the people. Everybody wants to kill the poor John Marston. Arthur Morgan. Everybody wants to take a piece of his poor soul. Even the cops, when he's getting bullied around, don't interfere. So we won't be able to hunt the legendary bull gator until chapter 6, and we're in chapter 4. And that's gonna take a while. Hey dude, just leave me alone. I don't have no intentions of hunting your bounty. I have stuff with me. I don't have no business to taking your bounty. Leave the man alone. God damn, people. Jesus. I think I'm gonna have to keep driving all the way down until there's enough space between us. And I have a lot of plans for this new year. Once we finish with this hunting thingy, probably gonna go recover back some time lost with some of these things, like I think in the games like Uncharted. I have the 3 original games stored and I have not touched them in a while. Gonna play also some Tomb Raider. I know I left halfway through it after which game I think that was the time I bought PlayStation 4. So I could play Uncharted 4, and I was also expecting to get Red Dead Redemption back in the time, because I think it was a delay of almost a year and a half from the original time Rockstar decided to sell the game or to release the game. So it's been a while, it's been a hot minute. Look at those thunderbolts. That's crazy. As I was saying, it took a while since we played these other games, and I'm trying to make sure that at least I cover enough ground, especially with these games, to finish up the legendary animals. I did the same thing for the original Red Dead Redemption. I did all the legendary animals. Sorry. And this one will not be the exception. We're gonna make sure to cover at least the list of all these animals. Once we are done with those, we're gonna cover other games. As I said before, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 are on the list. Tomb Raider is on the list. And I'm gonna keep playing the other game with this Mega Man 2. It's gonna be, it's still scheduled every Thursday between 4:30 and 6:30, and that's gonna be the schedule until that game is complete. So help me God, that game is complete. That game has been surprisingly hard. I don't know if because I didn't play when I was a kid, or it's actually really hard on itself. So I know Japanese games on themselves are really hard, but that one is exceptionally hard. If it wasn't because it has a password setting, I will be raging, and I probably will have just drop it and never play it again. But so far it's like it has its own learning curve. So in my opinion, it's worth it, and that's the only thing that's probably worth it so much. It's worth to give it a chance. Otherwise, I will be extremely unhappy, extremely disappointed. It's a game, it's really challenging. So hopefully, I will be able to get it done. But that will be for the next Thursday. As this one is so far, we are needed to keep on make it happen.
Must have found them up north, right? Okay, let's take a look at it.
So legendary moose.
Boy, the things I can make with this.
I hope you make good use of that.
Oh, because it's the it's just the trapper, right?
Quality hide makes the hardiest clothes around. Don't doubt it. Dakota, tall trees, big valley, Roanoke. They run this stall just about everywhere. Best way to source the skids. Every one of my garments is a little different. They repel. You'll find them nowhere else. A lot of folk.
Already got that. Already got that.
Why would I want some?
Yep, got that.
You know the Wapiti on the reservation up in the Grizzlies? I lived with them for a few months. Old Rainsfall was always talking about this giant wolf. Not sacred or anything, just a really big wolf. You can start using it now, or I can have it sent to the nearest stable. Right, let's see.
That's weird. I already have the legendary, and I also have the legendary bear claw. Okay.
Thank you. Saddles delivered right to your stable. Nothing quite like wearing your best day's work.
You waiting for somebody to do the work for you? Might want to get comfortable.
So I have it here. Let me sell this stuff I have here. And then we're gonna go fishing under the rain.
Welcome again. Welcome. Explore, explore. I have quite the stock. Sure, I'll take a look. I won't ask where it came from.
Craft.
Interested in one of my charms?
Okay, here's the moose trinket.
Oh, mais bien sûr.
And there's the bear claw. Let's see what the trinket bear claw is. Oh. Let's see what it does to me. Permanently increases players' health experience bonus by 10%. Cool, cool, alright. Whoa, these things are really expensive.
I try to share my purchasing policies with my customers. Very low price.
I trust nobody's missing this.
Alright, let's get the heck out of here.
Thank you for your help.
And let's do other businesses. Yeah, the fish, I need to give it away to that other fisherman. This is a very puny name. Okay, let's go with the legendary sturgeon here. Boy, oh boy, this is gonna be good. Very careful here because there's Crocs, there's Lemoyne Raiders, there's I think the Murphy gang was around very nearby the area originally controlled by the Lemoyne Raiders. It's a really stormy day, indeed. I don't know if I can wait for the day to get better, but let's go anyway. There's a lot of good critters here to hunt. Kind of getting obsessed with hunting them all now. I'll be careful, I don't want to get messing up with any of these critters. What a curious place. See the journal here. Oh, it's just flooding here. Hello. I think I need my... Oh, that's a good pelt. Yeah, I don't want to mess around with that pelt. Boy. has a river, so I would need to have a special river lure. Well done, girl. Well done. Don't get intimidated by these gators around here. Wow, that's crazy. Am I sinking? I feel like I'm sinking. Oh yeah, this is a big one. I see. Yes, I'm not sinking, it's just getting darker. Long Nose Gate. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it back, 'cause just checking I'm not sinking here. There's any animals getting closer to me either. I wish I know what is missing in this game. You need like some sort of carriage. Yeah, carriage. That's what you need, because that way you can load it with all sorts of schemes and animals and a big game that you may have catch. You can sell it back. And I think a full of those carriages, you can make like a ton of money. You can sell it back to your trapper. You can get a ton of money out of it. That would be nice. That's what you call war building, Rockstar. And I think that you did the right thing in this, the single player, but the free mode, the online version. I think that will be a way to encourage players to do more role play instead of doing the stupid things. But of course, you don't care about making people play games. You just want them to pay for virtual currency. And that's not it. In my opinion, that's not the way you're supposed to create a fan base and create something everlasting. Because granted, surely, if you want them, my opinion is, if you want people to customize things, a good example is, I think, is, for better or worse, is Fortnite, because they actually let you play the game. You kind of build by skill, and the only thing that is trapped behind money is basically customize your character. For instance, painting a different color, choosing the color for your character, or an special skin, having like white teeth, stuff like that. Something more cosmetic instead of just telling your basically hiding weapons and vehicles behind a paywall. That's my humble opinion. That's how I see Rockstar growing much better, or be more appealing to a wider audience instead of just leaving everything behind a paywall. That's Fortnite. Fortnite kind of grew its fan base by basically letting them play all they could, competing with each other, having fun, and then having everybody, okay, you wanna customize your character, this is the skin, it's gonna cost you a certain amount of money, and that's it. You don't have to do any loot crates, you don't have to do paywalls. What you want is what you buy. That's it. Now I don't know if they actually sell also better weapons, but in my opinion is if you want to just have anything cosmetic like having white teeth, wearing anything kind of bombastic, or that's kind of like much more world building, or wearing expensive jewelry, like stuff like that, then you buy it. And that's of course a given. But let me see if I'm on the right side of the map here. Yeah, I'm right here. It's supposed to be the legendary Sturgeon area here. I don't know if it's the bad weather or what, but it ain't biting. Gotta be careful here. I don't want to get a croc nearby. And it better bite in the next 30 minutes, because I start getting hungry. I'm gonna grab something to eat once this is done. This is my goal for today. Fish this legendary fish within the next 30 minutes. So yeah, guys, I am at this point in my life. I think I make a lot of good decisions, good life decisions, and this is something to take on the road. This is much more philosophical conversation other than gaming related discussions. So when I was 27, I think I got my first full-time job. Well, before that I was doing a lot of, I went back to college and I did, I continued my education beyond doing a bachelor's degree. And I know many people, I don't know how many people are actually young that actually see these videos, but if you're still at school, my recommendation is, if you want to do something with your time, I recommend you to start doing some vocation, either carpentry or plumbing, electricity, things that you can make money out of in your free time, like, I don't know, hunting, fishing, selling your hunts or fish that you catch. That's a good way to actually make money. My opinion is, once you finish school, don't go straight to college. Try to take at least a year, try to know exactly what you want to do. In the meantime, you want to make something, you don't necessarily have to work as a store clerk. You can do other things like be an assistant of an electrician or plumbing assistant, or things that don't actually need to have enough. Yeah, you need a little bit of training, but you don't have to get a degree or any certification. You just go show off and start working. Things that actually can make you money, you know. Or traveling, that's another thing, but for travel you need to have money. So 50-50. You want to travel, make that thing first, find a way to make money, then travel. And once you're sure, absolutely sure of what you want to do with your time, then try to find a job or try to get an education. Another thing is, many people want to go to a specific area on a specific school. Don't do that. If the nearest college that you live near the town that you were born, or the town where your parents live, or not necessarily your parents, a place that can be economical, something that you can save money, go with that place. Find a way to try to live with as little resources as possible. Save your money. Don't give your money away to people to colleges that basically invest more money in a sports team than their students. Just a piece of advice here. I'm telling you because I did a poor decision to spend a couple of, to take one loan, a student loan. The student loans are horrible. They are making a lot of people poor. And it's not guaranteed if your job is not that good. You may want to, take the option to work or study and work and take the job with, I don't know, get a job while you're studying. So get a part-time job and part-time study. That's a way to make money. If you're good, really good, the college may probably pay your tuition, but if you're not pretty sure you're gonna do this for the rest of your days, don't try to take a loan. It's not guaranteed that you're gonna get the job. Just saying. Now you have the blessing to work and study the same thing that you're studying, and you're making good money. You wanna save some money for something special, like, I don't know, you're planning to get married at a young age, then go ahead and be careful with your economic decisions. That's another thing. Be careful with economic decisions. You wanna get married, try to get married with your sweetheart, your high school sweetheart, somebody that you know since you're really young. That's just my recommendations. Trying to make sure that people don't take decisions too too fast. Yes, you never know. You never know. You never know what was gonna happen. You're trying to be diplomatic in terms of many people out there, especially in YouTube, that they just go to the extreme sometimes. And I understand it. They want to make money, but I don't feel like doing that. That's not my style. Probably that's why I don't make so much views as many other people. People just enjoy controversy and stuff like that, but again, that's just me. You again? Yep. I'm gonna throw you back. Sorry, dude. Let's try the other side. Probably the other side is gonna be... Yeah, there's a sturgeon down there. Let's try this again. Okay, so as I was saying, it's unlike the physicians. First thing is, you're still at school, and it's summertime. Your parents don't take you anywhere. You're bored. I recommend you to try something. Try to get some summer job, especially you're at high school. And from there on, then you will decide what to do next. Just start with people. Just investigate. You'll be curious about. Be a little bit curious about what you really want to do. You had a chance to talk with people in the field of your interest. Ask them what they did and how they went about it. Did they study something specific? Did they learn a trade? Before going to formally go to college, just try to investigate that. That's a way to start getting things running. And also don't try to not be bought over the idea of that these big colleges, if you don't have the money to go there, don't get the idea that you're gonna instantly get a big job once you finish up. I'm telling you because I finished up college and I couldn't find a job because my grades were not that good. So I continued doing following postgraduate studies, and probably after the last 3 months of that postgraduate, I was able to find a job. Other than that, I was not able to do anything, really. I had to keep living in my parents' home, and I struggled a lot, but at the end of the day, everything worth it. Everything was worth it. So, just a piece of advice: don't get too excited if you're gonna go to college. Make sure you know things first. Just don't go there that quick. So this applies for both girls and boys, because we know that most of the things that the media tries to portray is just trying to sell you something. Be careful. Just be careful. Don't take decisions too quickly, and try to research a little bit, especially on how expensive the life gonna be working or going to college. Because whatever you're gonna study, if it's gonna be you're gonna become a doctor, you gotta be prepared to get enough money in advance. Because first you have to go to college, do the formal theory, study all the formal theory. Then you're just gonna get specialized once you finish with your bachelor's degree. Then you have to get into at least 8 years before you can be considered a postdoctorate. Same with a lawyer. You have to go to law school once you finish your bachelor's degree, so it's gonna take forever. An engineer, I think, is yeah, do the bachelor's degree, but then if you want to specialize into something, there's a lot of things you have to do. There's a lot of hours you have to spend at the lab. You have to do a lot of crunching, a lot of numbers, do a lot of calculations, dealing with a lot of equipment, especially if you're going to be an electronics engineer. It's just grueling. It's a lot of grueling going on. So that's my recommendation. If you're gonna do it, be careful what you're gonna do with your studies first. How you're gonna go about it. How you're gonna make money to pay for it. All this stuff. There's a lot of things going on. And I'm telling you this, even though if you're good at school, you might probably won't be that good in college, especially if the school is public school. But if you're in private school, that's fine. It also depends on that. How they do it, how they go about it, how much time you spend at school, how good the program is, how much they are offering. It's a lot of grueling, seriously. I'm saying this for real here. If you're gonna go to community college, go ahead and do it. Don't. If everything's provided there, just go there. Don't think too much about going to Harvard or MIT. Because believe me, after that, you will notice that none of that is really important when it comes to formal education. You want to make sure that you have your education. That's all that matters. It's like people that go to eat in a fancy restaurant just to order a plate of spinach. But you can actually go to a Walmart and order or buy a plate of spinach, or basically a bowl full of spinach, and you just have to pay like how much? $3, $4, and that can last you for at least 10 plates for the week, something like that. Just the same. They're trying to make sense out of it because people don't understand sometimes that the things that people want not necessarily have to be expensive. You just have to be smart about them. It's probably more fresh, it's organic sometimes. Things that you can get at home. You can plant it at home and grow it yourself. So that's the bit of things that I like about Red Dead Redemption, is that the concept of being self-reliant, surviving. That's in a nutshell what I believe will be the future for people that may want to be more successful than others. And most of the folks out there that have to take like a big loan, $10,000, something like that. You make a lot of money. You need to make a lot of money to recover out of that student loan. And that's it. I am interested in learn things that are new. Not necessarily have to spend so much money to learn how to do it. You just have to make sure you know who they are, who that person is. I keep finding this damn longus. Don't care about longuses. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it won't be smart for me to stay in this. What are you doing, donkey?
Slow up. Easy.
Yeah, so I said it would be nice to have all these mechanics to have a horse cart. In the single player version will be nice because then we can actually go out and hunt a lot of animals, large animals, and you'll be able to have a ton of money doing a honest living, just basically role playing the life as a cowboy living out there in the wild. I'll be watching a YouTuber that lives inside a pickup truck. He fishes basically in his free time. That'll be a life for me. That's something I really want to try. Even though it's gonna be like every other weekend. That's my next plan, to get someplace I can stay so I don't have to pay for a hotel room. That would be the ideal thing for me. I watch one of these oarfish again. I see it because of the shape of the nose.
You, sir, are a fish. What are you? Gar. Quite a fish, too.
How much they're gonna give me for this one? Yeah, too far away. I need to stay on the railroads to actually feel something. I hope there's no trains coming in, because otherwise I'll be screwed. You know what? I'm not gonna sacrifice you, my dear horsey, but I'm gonna keep you here. I'll tell you to stay. Stay right there, girl. I'm gonna sacrifice myself if there's a train coming in. So be it. Okay, there's a map. Be right here in the middle of the bridge here. No, you're not gonna shoot nothing, just gonna go fish. So like Chenke River. And that's another thing. You're gonna go ahead and go in a road trip or go to college. Either way, I think you're much better invested if you save your money instead of go to expensive college. You save that money for a home. And that's it, because I have noticed that many folks, after they get tired of, or they want to retire, they can do it easily by renting their homes. And basically they can buy something much more smaller, like a small apartment. Or a car, basically an RV. Many people do it now. Or pretty much just keep it as a safety nest. So many people don't want to invest money in the trade, stock market, and stuff like that. They can keep their homes as and some sort of equity that they can pay later. I'm not a CPA or anything, just financial advisor or whatever. I'm just telling you because I did many decisions that probably the best decision I ever made was buying a home. That way I can keep it just in case have plans for the future, like want to move around again or stay here. I can do it. So I have to rent a smaller space. I already have my house paid for. Just a piece of advice here. I used to rent apartments, and apartments are not that elegant because you're always in that state of fear that if you don't get the money to pay for the next month, you're gonna get kicked out. It's that simple. Whereas you have a home, you make sure you pay for everything. The bank gives you a break if you're late on payments. It's just have one payment. There's always a way to make that happen. If you're in renting somewhere, actually, and that's kind of like a double-edged sword, because you rent an apartment and you don't want to pay for it, they might kick you out. You say you're not gonna rent anymore. And the problem is that they're probably gonna kill your credit score. So it's always a way people can talk crap about their former clients. So the landlord may say, no, this guy is, or this girl doesn't pay his debts, and I don't want them anymore in my property. I would recommend you never to work with them because those guys are really bad. They're not paying their debts. So be careful. Let it trash around. The same thing with buying a home. If you're buying a home, they can tell you, oh, you're pretty bad paying your debt. You're not paying your debt. The bank might say, no, you're gonna loan money anymore. We're not gonna pay you more loan because your credit got damaged because you're not paying your debts. I'm telling you because I've seen a lot of these examples out there. Again, I'm not a CPA, I'm not a financial advisor, just telling you by life experiences. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not a nice feeling. So it's just a piece of advice, guys. You're still young out there. Make sure you plan ahead, way ahead. Have 3 or 4 times the money that you really want to have. And once you have everything, you have that covered, at least, then you will decide what to do. I cannot give you advice on relationships because I never follow relationships. It's like something that I consider relationships something that is nice to have but not necessary to go ahead in life. If you want to have like something, if you want to, if your inspirations, you're inspired to make money, that may take you back a notch. And by notch I mean gonna take you forever. Is this one? Is this the one? Yes, we got it. Keep. Alright, be careful here, I don't want to drop to my dead. So be careful, donkey. I told you to stay over there, donkey. You're a silly girl. I'm gonna drop this at the post office. We're 4 minutes. We are 4 minutes from finish up, guys. We did it. That's really nice. So I'm gonna drop this at the mail. I'm gonna drop this fish at the mail, so I can get back some things. I don't know what it's gonna be, but whatever it is. Hopefully, as Arthur Morgan, we can give the John Marston some things ahead, so he can finish up what Arthur Morgan started. And then, once that's said and done, everything can continue from there. So probably next time you see the next video is gonna be on chapter 6, we're in chapter 4 or 5. So we have to go to Guarma first. And probably a little bit before Arthur's Morgan final fate in chapter 6. Because after that is the epilogue 1. And then is epilogue 2, and then it's just everything's gonna be free mode.
Always nice to see a return to face.
Send mail. And then gonna receive the mail, whatever this is. Okay, so now the invitation from the mayor.
Thanks for your assistance.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna grab me some dinner. Thanks so much for watching. This was the Crurned with another episode of Legendary Animals and Fishes, episode 3. Next episode hopefully is gonna be around Saturday or Friday. If the next week treat me a little bit better than the last week. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good day. Take care and keep gaming. Bye.